The entire NFL world owes Jalen Hurts an apology after this Super Bowl. Yes, the entire NFL world owes Jalen Hurts an apology. This Super Bowl proves something. It shows us how hard it is to be truly great in a Super Bowl. People lost their minds this season about how unbelievable Drake May is, how Sam Darnold has become an elite quarterback, but look at what we just watched. Sam Darnold, 19 for 38, 202 yards, 5.3 yards per attempt, one touchdown, a gimme touchdown, let's be serious, and a 74.7 passer rating. His run game? Kenneth Walker had 27 carries for 135 yards. He had more yards in the first half alone than Jalen Hurts' run game had in both Super Bowls combined. Combined. I don't want to hear it. When the Patriots needed Drake May to step up with no run support, he couldn't do it. Make no mistake. Those 295 yards? Cooked. With 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter, he was 8 for 18, 60 yards, 3.3 yards per attempt, a 53 passer rating, and 3 carries for 15 yards. Even Collinsworth said it. The Seahawks defense is unbelievable, but this is a learning experience for Drake May. He's making mistakes. He's missing throws. Now, I've praised Sam Darnold all season. He's one of my guys. I go to battle for him against the Bakers of the world. But this wasn't him showing out. This wasn't him showing greatness. There was a moment where, if Drake May and the Patriots were playing better, we saw Sam Darnold miss that throw to Rashid Shaheed. Collinsworth even said that was the dagger, and he missed it. That wasn't Jalen Hurts. Think about Super Bowl 57 against the Chiefs. Game getting crazy, out of control. What does Jalen Hurts do? Leads them back, scores a touchdown, hits the 2-point conversion to tie the game. What did Drake May do? Multiple turnovers. One interception so bad, Collinsworth literally stopped talking, trying to figure out if a receiver ran the wrong route or if his arm got hit. He had no idea what May was throwing, and he threw multiple balls like that. Some just didn't get picked. I'm watching this Super Bowl and literally thinking about how special Jalen Hurts was in both of his. Because we take greatness for granted, all season people talked about Drake May MVP, the closest MVP race in NFL history between him and Stafford. And this was his Super Bowl performance? 27 for 43, 295 yards, extremely misleading. The whole time I kept thinking, is he going to break off a huge run? Break Hurts' rushing record? No. He got 37 yards. His 2 touchdowns? Cooked. And don't tell me it was just because the Seahawks defense was elite. Yeah, they were. So was Spags' Chiefs defense. Let's not act like that wasn't special. This is a real conversation. When you want to talk about greatness, when you automatically assume Baker Mayfield would win a Super Bowl or Dak Prescott would win one if you just put him on the right team, you have no idea. You have no idea how those quarterbacks would play in a Super Bowl. You have no idea how they'd play in a conference championship. Don't give me that nonsense. I don't want to hear it. But when I watch both of Jalen Hurts' Super Bowls, I see him throwing perfect passes, making unbelievable plays. I have an hour-long video breaking down every play of that first Super Bowl. Jalen going off script, making insane throws to Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert. There was one catch by Goedert where I thought, okay, I can't credit that one to Jalen. But outside of that, every other throw was ridiculous. That throw to Devonta down the sideline, I don't even remember when it happened in the game, but I remember the feeling. Oh my God. Even the dagger in this past Super Bowl. Jalen hit Devonta. Sam Darnold had that moment and missed. Straight up missed. If Drake May was playing like Jalen Hurts, that could have been the difference between winning and losing. Straight up, there were plays to be made. Drake May didn't make them. There were throws to be made. He didn't make them. There were moments to escape and use his legs. He simply did not. And I love Drake May. This isn't a knock. I think he's unbelievable. The future king of the NFL for years. He's special, elite, awesome. The future is insanely bright. But this Super Bowl, he wasn't ready. And don't talk about defense. The Seahawks scored 9 points at halftime. Field goal after field goal. Jalen Hurts' defense gave up 38 points in his first Super Bowl. Compare the numbers. Sam Darnold, 19 for 38, 202 yards, 74.7 rating, 2 carries for 5 yards. 135 yards of run support. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl 57, 17 for 22, 221 yards, 10 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 119.7 passer rating, 72.8 QBR. Set the Super Bowl record with 11 carries for 72 yards and a touchdown, with 67 yards of run support. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl 59, 27 for 38, 304 yards, 8 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 103.4 passer rating, 80.9 QBR, 15 carries for 70 yards, with 0 run support, 21 yards from Gainwell, 16 from Sanders, 8 from Boston Scott, 0. So yeah, after watching this Super Bowl, you should realize and appreciate just how special Jalen Hurts' performances really were. You have to understand how rare it is to truly elevate and be at your best in the biggest moments. Jalen Hurts has done it in multiple Super Bowls. And we've seen a lot of quarterbacks not do that. We haven't even really seen Mahomes do that in a Super Bowl. That's reality. As much as it hurts feelings, it's just true. We haven't seen it with Joe Burrow. Haven't seen it with Lamar. Haven't seen it with Josh Allen. Haven't seen it with Baker or Dak. Haven't seen it with Sam or Drake. Name an active quarterback other than Jalen Hurts who has truly elevated and been historically great, record-breaking great in a Super Bowl. I can't think of one. Aaron played well. Russ played well. Mahomes has played well. Stafford played well. 2 interceptions against the Bengals, but nice plays, no-look pass, whatever. Jalen Hurts did it against the Kansas City Chiefs. That has to count for something. You can't tell me the Chiefs are the best team in the history of the universe and then have Jalen Hurts ball out in both Super Bowls against them and have it mean nothing. And he did it with 2 completely different coaches, 2 completely different play callers. Stafford had McVay, Mahomes has Reed, Drake May has Josh McDaniels, Tom Brady's play caller. 40-plus playoff games called. I'm just saying, don't get mad at me for relaying the obvious. If you can't see it, that's on you. You don't know how to appreciate greatness. You're too biased, too much of a hater, too guarded in your views. You just can't appreciate greatness. Watching this game unfold, I had an even greater appreciation for Patrick Mahomes. And I've always said he's an all-time great, despite what people think. But I trust Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes in these moments more than I trust Sam Darnold and Drake May. Heck, Brock Purdy deserves more credit for his Super Bowl performance. Both he and Mahomes were pressured through the roof in that game. I wonder how many of you thought about Jalen Hurts while watching this game. I'm genuinely curious. And I know non-Eagles fans will say, "Oh, you're just obsessed with Jalen." I promise you, I'm not. The moment he's not playing well, or the moment other quarterbacks are clearly better, I'll say it. I'm not some fanboy pushing an agenda. But I was organically watching this game and thinking, this just highlights how great Jalen Hurts was in both Super Bowls. I wanted this to be the game where I could scream, "That's Sam Darnold," do victory laps all off season. I've been praising him all year. But I can't. I can't say with my chest out, "Look what Sam did." He played well, made a couple beautiful plays. But his running back had 135 yards. His defense was elite. He didn't have to do much. He didn't play bad, but he didn't need to elevate. His moment was the NFC Championship. That's totally fair. Totally fair. Same with Drake May. I defended him all playoffs. I would have loved to see him be great so I could say, "You doubted him?" Either way, I was set up for a victory lap, but I couldn't, because I didn't see it. After the first quarter, I thought, why am I thinking about Jalen Hurts right now? Second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, wow. You have to get past the bias, the preconceived notions, the fandom, because then you can appreciate greatness, even if it's from a quarterback you don't root for. You could be the biggest Dak fan, the biggest Baker fan, Josh Allen fan, Lamar fan. But if you can't respect and appreciate what Jalen Hurts has done in multiple Super Bowls, and watching this game only highlights that, then you're not really a fan of football, or you're just incredibly biased. I used to be that way. Hated random teams for no reason. I don't like the Giants. I don't like the Jags. Why? I didn't even know. When you get beyond that, you can respect greatness. I just love watching great football. Great teams. Great games. Great coaches. Great plays. This season was filled with it. especially at quarterback. Not in the Super Bowl. If we're being honest, the last truly great quarterback performances in Super Bowls outside of Jalen Hurts, Nick Foles, and Tom Brady, obviously elite in that game too. Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady, Nick Foles. The three best quarterback performances in Super Bowls over the last 10, 15 years. Actual greatness. Not garbage time stats, not unbelievable throw when you're already up 24. I mean huge moments, knockout punches. In this very Super Bowl, they mentioned Jalen Hurts holds the record for most points scored by a player in Super Bowl history. That ain't accidental, that's greatness. And this past Super Bowl only further solidified it. If you don't know, now you know. What do you think? Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, thumbs up, thank you. See you next time.